Hey guys, so in this video I will be showing you, informing you of how you can not only decalcify your pineal gland, but also at the same time as you're decalcifying your pineal gland, you can save your teeth, and basically you will only ever have to go to the dentist ever again to the only reason you should have to go to the dentist ever again is to polish your teeth. Right? You don't even have to do that, okay? Now, why would you want to decalcify your pineal gland? The biggest reason, which hardly anybody talks about, is I think it's one of the fastest ways to end the Illuminati, the Cabal, the so-called elite, the people that are controlling everything behind the scenes. It's one of the fastest ways to stop them. Why? Because certain things happen when you decalcify your pineal gland. One major one is you will become way more intuitive. Now, I don't know if I've listed it here. No, it's not there. But, okay. So, how do you... This method that I will go through cover here is how you will... This is the main one, that not only will you decalcify your pineal gland, you'll also keep your teeth strong and healthy. But I'll add one more thing to this mix, because most people will talk about borax and magnesium. Yes, use borax and magnesium to get rid of all fluoride out of your system. And what fluoride does, it's the main thing that calcifies your pineal gland. Basically, it's like, you see those sort of crustaceans all over rocks. It's a bit like that. If you pretend that the rock is your pineal gland and there are crustaceans all over it, crabs and little shells stuck to it, that's basically what happens when you have fluoride. But there's other things in the environment that will calcify your pineal gland. GMO foods, chemtrails, definitely chemtrails, stress, not so much stress, but what people do when they become stressed, they'll tend to eat more, they'll tend to drink more coffee, they'll tend to, eat more crap food, they'll tend to get less sleep, etc. Okay? So you want to eat as healthy as possible. You want to, if you can, cut down on your meat. Maybe switch to, just chicken and fish, at least while you're, you detoxify, and then you can go back to meat. Now, why did I say before the main reason about detoxifying your pineal gland? Okay, once you become, and it's not like whiz bang, you see visions and you see, well, you might do, once the pineal gland is fully activated, you'll definitely see visions and hear things, and you'll see other realities, other parallel universes, dimensions, etc. You'll be able to communicate with our space brothers and sisters. Now, if all this freaks you out, well, don't worry about it. You at least want to, if you just want to build up your intuition, okay? So intuition can... this is the main reason why the Cabal, the Illuminati, the Freemasons don't want you to detoxify your pineal gland, activate your pineal gland, because once your intuition builds up, you will better see straight through their lies. You'll better, see who the good guys are, who's the bad guys, who's BSing you, who's, you'll easily better know, truth from BS. That's one of the big things that can happen. That's one thing, the big thing that's happened to me. I can, not easily. Most of the time, it's pretty easy. Microphone fell off. You can usually tell. I can usually tell who's BS and who's controlled and who's they're just using their ego mostly, driven by their ego, etc. It can also, so you better see through the BS, see what you better get the picture, big picture, see what the Illuminati, the Cabal, the people controlling this world behind the scenes, what they're up to. I think you'll also become more open to truth, and more truth will come to you, and you'll be more open to the bigger, the big picture of, life beyond just what we see in our immediate vicinity, 5 senses, etc. Now, your intuition can not only help you see the truth and who's truthful, who's coming from the heart instead of their ego, etc. Your intuition may be able to sort of like help you in physical, everyday situations. You'll probably get precognition, which means you'll be able to see things, a few seconds or a minute or two before they happen, etc. You'll get more vivid and maybe lucid dreams. Dreams at night. You will automatically you'll intuitively know what to eat and what not to eat. You will naturally steer away from any BS, really. And I'll give you a personal experience incident of how your intuition can kick in. Okay, one day I finished work and I came out of work and I was a bit sort of, I was tired. I just wanted to get home, but I had to go and get some groceries. And the grocery shop, the shop was like 100 meters, 150 meters away, and I could see just for like, I just flicked up and looked at the door for like 1/10 of a second outside the door, and or 2 guys. I immediately knew, just from intuition, just from a knowing, that one of these guys was going to cause trouble. So, and just in that like half a second, and then I looked away, and I knew one of them was going to be trouble. So I kept on walking, and as I walked through the door, one of them sort of threw a punch in the air, just to be smart, and but I knew he was going to do something. So I just totally ignored it, because I sort of wasn't in the mood, and whatever they were going to dish out, I wasn't going to go down without them getting some consequences if they did try anything. Anyway, I kept it going through into the so not only did I know that only one of those guys was going to cause trouble, I knew immediately from a half a second glance, 150 meters away, that the other guy was perfectly harmless. Now, once this guy did this, I just ignored it, kept on going, because I knew they were sort of like totally in their egos. They were sort of like, to me, they were like children. They were just like, even though they were in their 20s, I would say. What intuitively came to me later too was they could have been in New Zealand. Here we have what's called prospecting. Guys, young guys have to do certain stuff to get into a gang, prove themselves. So I was thinking it was probably something to do with that. Anyway, I ignored it, but as soon as I went in the shop, I knew exactly every move they were going to make for the next couple of minutes. I moved into the aisle one day. I went straight down one aisle. I knew exactly that when I moved to go back up the other aisle, aisle 2, I knew that this troublemaker was going to come down, to come down the aisle and be in what do you call it? Be in what would you call it? Troublemaking mood. But what intuitively came to me was also that if I looked at him and if I knew that all I had to do was look at him and he would just keep walking. And that's exactly what happened. So when he turned into the aisle, I knew that he was, this, making out to be this tough character. But I knew also that what came to me was all I had to do was look at him, and he would just keep on walking, and he would know something just from my look that, okay, might be better to keep moving. And that's exactly what I did. Just looking at the how long this video is going for, because I've got a bit more to cover. So there's that. Now, things like that will happen. So any people that are interested in, keep, get warnings ahead of, any trouble, and anybody into martial arts, self-defense, etc. Some stage in martial arts and self-defense, you usually flip over into want to learn about chi and all, stuff like intuition, etc. Because it's always good if you can to, if you know somebody's going to be trouble, you can end it before anything happens, so there's that. Okay. So that's why another reason why you want to decalcify your pineal gland. Now, okay, so here's a mix I'll give you a mix to not only decalcify your pineal gland and get all the fluoride out of your system, and that's another thing. People do not drink fluoride. Fluoride's in the taps. It's a toxin. It calcifies your pineal gland, shuts your pineal gland down. Okay, here's a quick mix that I'll give you to keep your teeth in, so you'll never have to go to the dentist again, basically. Okay, get borax, B-O-R-A-X, and put a teaspoon of it in a litre of pure water, and put a teaspoon of what's called Epsom salts, E-P-S-O-M salts. It's usually stuff people throw in baths to relax. It's very cheap. Put a teaspoon of that. It's magnesium sulfate, I think it is, but it's commonly called Epsom salts. Put a teaspoon of that in the same water that you just put a teaspoon of borax into there. Mix it around, then every day, start off, when you have a glass of water, put a teaspoon of this mixture, just 1 teaspoon, into your glass of water that you drink, okay, and then slowly build up. Like at the moment, I'm drinking anywhere from 2 to 5 tablespoons of this a day. Okay, now, not only will this get rid of all the crap, especially fluoride, out of your system, it will keep your teeth strong. Now, if you really want, I've only found one thing better than, you want to do both these. I do both these, because my teeth, they need all the TLC they can get. Okay, so as well as doing that mixture, so you got the borax and Epsom salts mixture, and you do that, get something called I've got it here. Oh, what is it called? Neem oil, okay? N-E-E-M. Neem tree oil. Can't say enough about this stuff. Neem tree oil. Brush with that. It doesn't taste very good, but get over it. If you want your teeth to stay good, you don't want to pay hundreds and thousands to go to dentist. Brush your teeth with neem oil, right? Rinse your mouth around. Gurgle your mouth around with some neem oil in your mouth, and keep it in there for a minute or two, and then spit it out. Don't drink the neem oil. Okay. Neem oil basically kills all bacteria. There's some tribe somewhere, native tribe, Amazons or somewhere, these stories go. They noticed that this tribe, all the members of this tribe had beautiful, strong, white teeth. They couldn't work it out, but they noticed at the same time that a lot of them used to go around chewing on a stick. They found out that the stick that everybody seemed to be chewing on a lot of the time was something from the tree called the neem tree. Okay, and that was keeping their teeth strong, and they never needed anything done to the teeth. Okay, so get neem oil and have that as well, okay? And brush your teeth with neem tree oil. I get stuff, it's reasonably priced. I mean, one bottle of the label's fallen off my bottle, but let me see, you'll pay probably $20 for 20 bucks. Should last you a couple of months. You know, bottle, what is that, 250 mils or something. Yeah, I mean, you only put a bit on your brush. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so the mixture of the borax and the magnesium that you're drinking every day, plus once a day, brush your teeth with neem oil, and you'll be good to go. But you'll be good to go and have fun. You won't be going to the dentist. Okay. At the same time, you'll be decalcifying your pineal gland. Okay. So you'll be doing the bigger thing of what this does. Also, a big thing that decalcifying your pineal gland, and you're increasing your intuition. That is, you're increasing your spiritual awareness, your spiritual reality. Okay. Okay. Now, let's have a look. What else have we got? Okay. One thing that's I do, and it's just, you know, amazing, is sun gazing. Okay, sun gazing. Currently, most people's pineal gland is the size of a pea. It's atrophied to the size of a pea. It's supposed to be about the size of a, oh my God, what is it? Maybe an almond. Okay. There was this guy in India whose sun goes for a lot of the time, years, and they took a, you know, had a look at his pineal gland somehow, whatever, MRI scan or whatever. And his pineal gland was, you know, about the size of an almond, which is what it's supposed to be. Almond, I think. About the size of an almond. Now, the pineal gland also, you know, it reacts to, if you look at the pineal gland, it's basically an eye. It's got light receptors, and it looks like an eye, and that's why people call it the pineal. Another name for the pineal gland is the third eye. Okay. Now, so with sun gazing, start off very slow, like, you know, 5 seconds a day, and then build up 5 seconds every day. Take it easy. Best, you know, only when at the beginning, I can sun gaze anytime, day or, you know, I just about said day or night there. Anytime during the day, in New Zealand here, and I don't think you know, probably I couldn't go to, you know, the Arizona desert and sun gaze in the middle of the day, because I think the light in New Zealand is fairly, you know, sunlight is fairly, it's not harsh. But yeah, start off slow, and only sun gaze when you start an hour after sun gaze and an hour before sundown. Okay, those 2 times. You know, so 5 seconds hour after sunrise, 5 seconds hour before sunset, and build up slowly, 5 seconds a day. Okay, and sun gazing will keep you in optimum health and build up your immune system as well. Okay, and there's the, like I said, the borax and magnesium. Now, another thing you can do is meditate. Okay, meditation is very good for the pineal gland. Here's some food you want to get into your system. Okay, apple cider vinegar, but take it easy with that. Take it easy with that apple cider vinegar. I would probably go more with, if you're going to do apple cider vinegar, just, you know, once every couple of days, because apple cider vinegar can be harsh on your teeth. Okay, I would go with lemon juice rather than use lemon juice. Chlorella, very good. Spirulina, anything like that, very good for the pineal gland. Iodine, get rid of your fluoride. So there's some major tips as far as that's concerned. So you'll be, doing this. You'll be decalcifying your pineal gland, and you'll be getting rid of your dentist at the same time. You'll probably also be getting, if you do sun gazing, if you do, another thing you want to do is called earthing, okay? because that you want, you know, you don't want just things to keep your pineal gland, decalcify your pineal gland. You want to keep healthy generally. Okay. It's an overall. It's a you know, you want to eat organic foods. Yeah, raw food will help keep your body alkalized, earthing. You know, keep your body as healthy as possible. You know, it's not just a matter of oh, I'm going to use this borax, and then but then you go and your rest of your life is just, you know, you eat GMO foods, and you know, it's got to be all round. You know, what do they call it? I've forgot the word now. Yeah, it's everything. It's a lifestyle. Okay. Top foods for pineal gland. Top 5 foods for pineal gland. Let's look at that. So anyway, this is getting quite long now, but yep, you want to detoxify. So detoxify your pineal gland and keep your teeth good at the same time. Do earthing, do sun gazing. But be careful with the sun gazing. Start off slow. So here, 5 foods for the pineal gland: iodine, chlorella or oregano oil, apple cider vinegar, beets or beet juice. Okay. Now another thing you can do is shungite. Shungite and crystals. Why is shungite good? Because everything's vibration. Shungite will, I'd say the pineal gland is majorly affected by the you know, Wi-Fi or the electromagnetic fields in your vicinity. So get some shungite, put a bit of shungite on the back of your phone, put it by your router. Shungite is an amazing thing. I'll leave links to shungite, and let me see. Yeah, get some shungite. Shungite, you want to look into it, but it's amazing rock mineral, and basically it's called attenuate. Is it attenuate? Something like that. It actually makes the Wi-Fi and electromagnetic fields harmless simply by its molecular structure. The molecular structure of shungite is based on a sacred geometrical shape. Okay, there's a lot to it, but you know, look it up. I've got links to shungite below. I've got links to earthing. Yeah, use borax. Use the neem oil, okay, to brush your teeth. For the all these, like sun gazing and earthing, and it all goes hand in hand. They'll all keep you in. They'll boost your immune system, especially sun gazing, but so will shungite, etc. Obviously, having got so many electromagnetic fields running through your system and Wi-Fi, you're going to be healthier. It'll boost your immune system. So all those will help you guys. Now, guys, if you could help me out, I've got links to cryptocurrencies below that I accept. I've got many more videos coming. I try to, you know, basically help people with the house stuff that I'm using currently, and I will be, you know, pretty much till the day I get out of this body, move on. You know, stuff that works. So, you know, if I've got, you can watch all my videos on BitTube, and you can. There's on the BitTube. You don't know about BitTube, you're in for an awesome surprise. Should be a button underneath the videos here that says watch on BitTube. You get paid for uploading and watching videos on BitTube, and under each video on BitTube there's 2 buttons. There's 2 red buttons, one for subscribe and one for tip. With the tip, it's like, you know, when you tip people in the restaurants, you know, the waiters, the waitresses, etc. So if you get information from just one video, you can tip it whatever, $1, you can donate to $1. You know, it's not like Patreon where you go on for months, you know, paying $1 every month or whatever. Okay, But guys, you know, I know a lot of people are financially challenged these days. That's another thing. Now, my videos, I try stuff, and then I'll be telling people what works and what doesn't. At the moment, I'm trying a bit of affiliate marketing and paid traffic. I'll let you know how that goes. But guys, you know, I used to think affiliate marketing and all this was just, you know, oh, crap. You know, just can't be bothered. But I'm going to be self-employed. I won't say I'm trying to. I'm saying I'm going to be self-employed. You know, doing stuff like this. Another thing I also want to do is I want to get set up. I want to get some gear set up so I can interview people. You know, health people, SSP people, hopefully. But I need some good gear. I don't think I've got a right setup at this stage, but I want to start interviewing people, you know, people to do with cryptocurrency, you know, and people, leaders in cryptocurrency, and people that are passionate about health and wealth and, you know, truth stuff, okay? So that's coming in the future. It should be hopefully this year, and hopefully a lot sooner than that. Thank you to all my subscribers. That's awesome that you've stuck with me this long. And listen, guys, if I can return the favor, and because it's all about helping each other. And look, if you got similar interests and you're starting to, because I don't want to get into, you know, sub for sub. That's just BS. But if you're interested in similar topics to me, or topics that you think I would be interested in, you're just starting a channel, or you've already got a channel, just let me know in the comments. But you know, sometimes that will go into the spam if you put your link. So anyway, just let me know in the comments. Well, usually I can just, it's enough that when you comment and you got a channel, I press on your name and I'll get there. So just in the comments say, yep, I've got a channel you might be interested in, and I'll go and have a look, and I'll sub if it looks good, guys. Okay? But yeah, I don't want that like sub for sub, because that doesn't actually work. And it's sort of, you know, you can get booted off YouTube for all that. Okay? Any new people, if you can hit the subscribe button on the way out, that'd be awesome. And we'll see you in the next one. And I've also got another thing I do, sort of passionate about, is self-defense. I've got links down below there if you're interested in protecting you and your loved ones. I've got links to the best self-defense system on this planet as far as I'm concerned. Cheers, guys.